talk today.
We've always had this draw to the ocean. How are we looking? Every day you're out in it, you're responding to her conditions. When you're away from land and all you can see is the ocean, 360, and you can't see anything else, and it's just the most incredible experience. Having this connection with the ocean and everything that lives in it is just amazing, and it really reinforces the need to protect these marine habitats. I think all these projects with citizen science at the base of them just hold the secret to the protection of these areas.
Good.
Come on.
Awesome.
Oh, welcome to the chaos.
Environmental DNA, or eDNA, is the genetic trace of organisms left behind in the environment. As I'm sitting here talking now, I'm shedding my DNA into the surroundings. And the same is true for all living creatures, including those in the ocean. Analyzing traces helps us understand the diversity of marine life in a given area of the ocean in a given period of time. Analyzing that eDNA is actually quite complex, but collecting these seawater samples is incredibly important, but also really simple. This is a filter that is going to be dragged behind the boat, and it's just going to filter the seawater so we can collect the environmental DNA that's floating around in the water.
I think eDNA is such an amazing way of getting a really good picture of what's happening in our marine environment, which hopefully will lead to strong decision making to protect these areas.
The idea of Citizens of the Sea is simple. There's an urgent need to gather more ocean data at ocean scale. But the oceans are extremely vast, and no research vessel can gather it alone. But out there are every single day thousands of sailing boats and other seafarers plying the world's ocean. By equipping them with easy-to-use, fit-for-purpose tool, we can collect environmental DNA at scale from a few liters of seawater. Collecting these data and analyzing them, we can then create a global catalog of marine life.
Getting involved with Citizens of the Sea is such an amazing project. It just makes so much sense for cruisers who are already in these environments, travelling around with the kids growing up. Just every little bit that they can do just broadens their horizons of what's possible and what they can do as an individual growing up in this world.
There is a jellyfish, look at that. And then the endangered sei whale. And so this is quite amazing encounter because none of you saw it, but it was there, the traces were there, and this one is the biggest animal in the world. Who wants to become a marine biologist? No pressure.
All it takes really is the passion and the will of participants, an interest to help scientists gather incredibly valuable data for protecting our oceans in the future. With the support of partners like the Minderoo Foundation, we are showing that science, philanthropy, and citizen scientists together can help better understand and protect our oceans.
I mean, this is the second year of the program already, thanks to you. We couldn't do it without you. It's incredible. Over these 2 years, we've equipped over 50 vessels, like including yachts, but also a fishing boat somewhere, a commercial vessel somewhere, some racing boats somewhere else. So ultra excited.
Marine ecosystems are facing unprecedented risks from things like human impacts, and we need to manage those, and that's where oceanomics comes in. So we're trying to develop tools and methods that will help us trace and track marine organisms to make better decisions in the future. Groups like Citizens of the Sea go to places all over the globe that are really hard for scientists to visit regularly. And so partnering with groups like that really allows us to sample biodiversity in places that we wouldn't otherwise have that data from. That data can be used for local decision making, but it can also feed into global initiatives as well. So we're partnering with IUCN to help embed environmental DNA data into the Red List process. Those assessments look at the extinction risk of different animals. That allows scientists to make much more informed decisions about the extinction risks that different species are facing, which allows us to then manage them better as well. Another thing that makes eDNA so powerful is the fact that really anybody can take those samples. You don't just need a boat to collect eDNA, you can also collect eDNA from the shoreline. We can collect seawater from syringes and filter them through simple filter papers. They then get sent to the lab and we can generate information around what species are in that sample in about 2 to 4 weeks. The thing that always blows me away is just the sheer diversity of animals that you get in some of these samples. We can sometimes detect hundreds of species, which is, to me, quite amazing and really sort of opens up this new world to people about what's actually present on their doorstep in their blue backyard. Seeing the joy that this can bring people and the responsibility it makes them feel to be nature custodians, that gives me a lot of hope for the future.
There are so many people out here moving through these waters that can collect data, and to be involved just creates this connection and enriches your journey. It just feels that we are doing our bit, as small as it might be, but we're helping create that picture, which we hope that it'll make some small difference in the future of our environment.